Hello, ladies of M Grant Project. What's going on? I am excited to be a part of, this month's business advisory, I would say. Giving you guys some tips at the Grant table today. So I'm going to give you guys time. I know this is supposed to start at 6, so I just kind of wanted to open up with give you guys time to get situated and be ready for what I'm going to share with you guys today in the power of intention. So, usually I would have some music going right now, but I don't. Alas, I do not. But tonight I am going to be talking to you guys about something that you can really implement into your businesses or your aspirations about the power of intention. My name is Kimberly Thomas, and I am the creator and founder of IHearThatGirl.com, which is an empowerment lifestyle site for Black women. We showcase the positive perspectives of Black womanhood, and we show the truth of what it means to be a Black woman in America. And I also am the host of the Dope Black Chick podcast, which, is my amazing rantings and ravings and revelations that I share with my audience every week. I'm not going to say every week, but every Wednesday, Thursday, you can catch it around then. Check on a Wednesday, check on a Thursday, you'll see a new podcast. And if I don't do it weekly, it is bi-weekly. What else do I do? I am the confidence cultivator. I am a coach. I'm a empowerment coach, confidence coach, and life coach. I also coach people on their businesses, and I give them lots of motivation on, really, I like to make you accountable. I like for you to understand the power that you have in your own hands to literally create the life that you want. And for me, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is the power of intention. And the power of intention will definitely open up everything that you've ever wanted for yourself. It will do it. That's like the key. And it's this thing that I've just really been talking about hard throughout 2020 and 2021, because I think during 2020, that's when I really was able to see the power of intention, like up front, seeing it, with no doubt, no question. I'm trying to see if I can see you guys' comments, but I don't. But so yeah, that 2020 was really when the power of intention just was boldly placed in front of me, and I saw how, when we are intentional about anything, the things that can happen, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and again get started with you guys. I am so thankful to my girl Yolanda for allowing me to step on this platform that I love so much. I love the M Grant Project because it is, really helping us see the possibility of the goals and the dreams and the aspirations that we have for ourselves. So I love that. Like, whenever a woman knows that something's not impossible, I love the fact that she opens that door for you to see what all is possible for you, for your business, for whatever dream it is that you have. So I'm thankful that I'm able to be on this platform and sharing a little bit of my knowledge with you guys in business that I have had for over 25 years. I hate saying that. I'm old. But no, seriously, it has been a really long haul, and I look back and I think and I'm like, wow, you're looking at 25 plus years in the business. I've been in the media industry since I was 16 years old. So I've really been, chasing this dream all of my life. And the one thing that is true and present in every phase of my business journey and my career journey has been intention. And that is why intention is so powerful. And I want everyone to get a grasp of it tonight If you haven't seen the power of intention prior to, then I really want this to be the wake up call for you to understand, like, why is it when I do all this hard work, some things don't work out, right? So you get a lot of people that say that. They're like, you do all this work, and we hear the hustle and the grind mentality. And those are cute, and those things will work to a default. They work up to a certain point. After a while, you're going to face burnout. You're going to face, utter frustration. It's like, how can I keep this energy going? How can I keep this mode going in my business and become successful? The key to that is intention, because intention fuels everything else that happens. And so that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today in this quick presentation. So, the number one thing I want to let you guys know is that a lot of us, we waste time. We waste a lot of time in our life on just being basically numb to what's going on around us. And intention means to be focused on a specific need, duty, whatever the case may be. So if you're not specifically focused, if you're not intentional on that goal, that task, that action, whatever it is, then it's not really going to get done. Or it'll get done, but it won't have long-lasting effects. So that's what I mean by the difference between the hustle and grind, and then really being intentional in your business. Intention is everything. So you have to kind of think about, where am I going in this business? And a lot of people are not asking themselves. They say what they want, but where am I going? How have I mapped out what that journey is going to look like for me? Taking another step besides having the master goal. And this is why I tell my clients all the time. I say to them that when you write your master goal, I want to open a business, okay? Ask yourself, what is necessary to make that happen? And then write those things down, because now those things are also your goal. And then you can break it down even more and say, okay, what's necessary to make this happen? Write those things down, because those things are now your goal. And so now, instead of this huge, gigantic goal that seems almost impossible to grasp, and just seems like a fairy tale out there of something that we desire, now you see little pebbles that are leading you to that island of opportunity, So you see that, and you can actually tackle each one of those little tiny goals. That's why it's important to be mindful of everything that's going on around you. Awareness is number one in your business. Yes, I talk about, the metaphysical and holistic practices in business, because those are there. Like, it's really, to me, you can't have one without the other. If you are not mindful and aware about what is going on around you and around your business, because if you are the CEO of the business, then what's going on around you is affecting the business as well. Am I right? Am I right about it? I know I'm right about it. Because if you are, even if you're working, even if the atmosphere that you're working in is not conducive to you being productive, guess what? You're not going to be productive on your job. Sometimes it's as simple as cleaning your room, sis. Clean the room up. If you work, like, I have an office in my bedroom. Clean the room up. Like, that's one of the first things I do. I get up in the morning. I am, I practice all my mindfulness. I'm meditating. I am doing visualizations. And my visualizations are about my business as well. I have personal visualizations, and then I have business visualizations. How many of you guys have a business journal? A lot of people, when you talk about journaling, they are journaling personally. Well, I journal about my career. I want to talk about all the amazing things I want to see in my career, and I write those things down. Why? It's because I'm mindful that everything I soak up, Everything in my atmosphere, in my area, everything around me needs to reflect that vision I have here. So you have to be purposeful, you have to be intentional about the awareness of what is going on around you and your business. That's number one. Okay. And so also the thing about awareness that I love so much is that awareness will keep you from making poor decisions when it comes to staff, when it comes to working with people. Like, you're aware that maybe this person isn't the best fit for the business. Maybe it's not time to add another, social media manager, or being aware that you have too much on your plate may also help you see that it is time to add someone to the team. It is time to, reach out to Yolanda and let's get, some grants going, like that. Those are the things that awareness and being mindful of what's going on around you, what that will do for your business. And those are simple things. Like, all the things I'm giving you are really, really simple things that anyone can do starting today that can really change the way you see your business. I was talking to a client the other day, and she just kept saying that she didn't feel there was enough time in the day. And so I'm like, okay, so what's your time management plan? And once we started talking about her time management plan, I'm realizing, I'm like, well, you don't really have a lot going on in your day. So what's really the issue? And she said that her business felt like a job. Your business shouldn't feel like a job. And so quickly, I told her, you need to take a week and become very aware of what's going on in your day. Like, I want you to write down everything that's possibly going on in your day so we can see what is causing you to feel like your business, this thing that you love, your baby, is like work. And we came to find out that it was because, for one, she wasn't prioritizing herself. She was just taking, a lot of clients just to make sure she had some money, but not really seeing it in a real, organic growth or path or a journey. She didn't have that laid out for her business. It was just like hustling in her business. Nobody wants to hustle all day. The hustle is tiring. Hustling is tiring, y'all. I like to sleep. I don't know about y'all, but I like rest. And so I set up my business in a way so that I can get things done in a certain allotted time. And then after that, I have time to decompress. I have time to focus on myself. I have time for self-care. And I really, it keeps my business feeling like this is my baby. This is what I believe in. My business never feels like, man, I don't want to do this. Never does it feel like that. It's always like I have energy for this. What I'm doing right now, I love doing. So that is what awareness can do for you in your business. So the second facet of intention, this is a big one. Hope y'all write this down. You can be better. You should intentionally want to be better. Like, how easy is that? Intentionally do what you can to be better. What do I mean by that? Well, Kimberly means by that, if there is something in your business that you want, if there is something in your business that you need to get better at or you want to grow in, guess what? Study, find out how I can get better at that thing. For me, I'm in the media industry, right? So what I do is, in the media industry, what I do is I will look up certain things in my business that I want to get more proficient at. There are so many jobs that I do under this media umbrella. So social media, I'll give you a recent experiment of mine, was learning how to do reels. Y'all, So we know that doing Instagram Reels and TikToks are like really important to our business, right? We know that. But for me, I was like, dang, another thing on social media, like I just don't have time. First you had Clubhouse, y'all want me to sit on there and talk all day. Now y'all got, now, and then on Instagram, you're already trying to get your timeline to look perfect and all this other stuff. I was just like, I can't take one more thing. But what I realized through the power of awareness, I realized it was like, no, you just don't want to do it because you feel like it's something else to learn. So I had to sit down with myself and say, how is this going to help our business? And in one of my meditation moments, in deep meditation, it was like, I need more exposure. That was something that I wanted. I wanted more eyes on my business. I want more clients. I want more, like knowing what I wanted, knowing the path to get there. Well, how do you get more eyes on it? You want new eyes, not the eyes that you already have. We're good over there, but we want new eyes. How do you do that? Go to new places. Go to new places. And so that meant, yes, Kimberly, you need to start doing Instagram Reels and start doing TikToks. So what did I do? I got very intentional about learning how to do Instagram Reels and learning how to do TikTok. And so what I would do is every day, well, actually every other day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I scheduled time. I was so intentional about this. I scheduled 1 hour on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. I was intentional to take a class on Instagram Reels and TikTok videos, right? I wanted to learn it. So I started taking these little classes on YouTube University, child. I ain't get that deep. But YouTube University, I went to YouTube University and just would watch different Reels videos. Usually the Reels videos that had the highest views, those were the ones that I would watch. So those Reels tutorials with the highest views, I was watching those for 1 hour. 1 hour, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In my first week, I found this awesome video that the young lady is like, oh, it's really, really simple. And she shows you how she batch records in 30 minutes. And I'm like, that's super easy. I can do this, And so I set aside, after I had learned all that for that week, the next week I set aside a recording day. And that was Thursdays. That's why I got makeup on right now, because throughout the week I do not wear makeup. So on Thursday, I was like, okay, Thursdays, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do my face, and I'm going to record all the videos I could possibly need on Thursdays. And I was very intentional about it. Not only did I have the day set up, I broke down exactly how those reels were going to look. That was included in my schedules on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, in my work schedule, I would spend an hour breaking down how I want the reel to look. On Tuesday, I would go through Instagram and find different, reels that I liked and say, oh, I want to save this sound, or, oh, I want to, get inspired by this and do something like that. However, I was doing the research on Tuesday, breaking it down, writing down what I was going to do on Wednesday. So on Thursday, makeup was done. I went in and I recorded a month's worth of content in an hour and a half. No lie. Very simple. But how did it happen, guys? Because I was intentional. And after doing that, just for a few weeks, because I've only been doing it probably maybe 3 weeks, I was able, today, I did 7 videos in 30 minutes, in an hour. 7 videos in an hour. Super easy. It's super easy. So these are things that you can do once you have set an intention. That's what I'm telling you guys. If I hadn't been intentional about my time management, if I hadn't been intentional about what I'm trying to learn and the reason I want to learn it, if I hadn't been intentional about those moves that I was making in learning this new skill, I would have never learned the new skill. And guess what? After doing these reels, I've gotten so many new eyes on my business, tons of new followers. I've gotten new people added to my mailing list, and people are signing up for my classes. So it's good to learn something new, but you have to be intentional about how you're doing it, why you're doing it, and what that looks like for your business. Okay. So, I'm always trying to get to the money, and so I'm always trying to grow my business. And I'm enjoying Reels. I really am. It's a great way to get out the information about my business very quickly, and at the same time have fun doing it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now my social media content is really, really stepped up because I'm already prepared. Right now at this very moment, I think I have about 2-3 months of Reels saved, ready to go, right? So I have like this batch of them. I said I was going to move from doing once a week to 2 times a week, 3 times a week. Maybe I can do them 3 a day. I have so many Reels just sitting there waiting to be shared. And here's another thing about Reels. You can share your Reels on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. So I am reaching all of these platforms, and the reach is amazing. The reach is amazing. So this is like a big, big thing for business owners. If you want to get new eyes on your business, you have to be in new places. That's just what it is. Like, I think, Facebook is awesome, and I love Facebook, and I do get a lot of people. I get a lot of people from Facebook that come and check out my things. But here's the thing about Facebook, guys. If you haven't noticed, like, sometimes you'll post something on Facebook and your loyal people won't even see it. The algorithm and the way that it's reaching out, you're not going to be seen. But right now on Instagram Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, it's immediately going out to everybody. Like, it's just out there. Like, and your reach is so much bigger. I posted a video last week, and this will be the last thing I say about Instagram Reels. I just love it, and I think it's like, it was the being intentional is what made it work for me, because at first it was just too much. It just felt like too much. But then really being intentional about my time. When I got intentional about the time, intentional about learning first. Here's another thing. Learn first. When we're in the business and we're doing business, while it's running, we want to learn it that day, do it that day, see the effects that day. Learn first. I had to tell myself that. I had to say, look, we are going to learn this, and we don't care how long it takes for us to learn it. We're not worrying about doing things. We're worrying about learning and becoming proficient at something. So I took my time to learn. Even after the first, video, I felt like, oh, I can do it. But I said, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to learn first. We're going to make sure we know first. And then we're going to become proficient by continuing to learn. So that's another thing when it comes to learning new things. Give yourself space to learn in your business and then apply something to your business. You would never hire someone who says, yeah, I can handle your social media for you. I just took a class last night. Would you hire them and let them start posting stuff? Hell no. So don't do that with yourself in your business and learn something the night before and be like, oh, I'm ready. You ain't ready, sis. Like, keep learning until you can get it going, and then, kind of move yourself up, because I could have easily said, oh, well, I'm going to drop all 3 of these in one day. No, I wanted to pace myself. So it's like, no, I'm going to do 1 a day, and then we'll pick it up from there once we get more proficient. And now that I am more proficient, yes, I will definitely increase the amount of reels that I am sharing. So I wanted to give you guys that. So being better is all about the intention you put behind yourself when you say, I want to be better. I want to be a better CEO. If you want to be a better CEO, guess what you got to do? Learn what great CEOs do. Like, the concept of learning should still be there. You should always want to be better. I read 5 books a month. I read these books because I want to get better. I read books in business because I am serious about my business. I read books on personal development because I'm serious about self and I need to know everything about myself. And then I read books on love because I'm trying to figure that out. I read books on trauma because I'm healing. There's so many things that I want to be better at. And in order to do that, you have to like seriously say, I'm going to be intentional about bettering this aspect of my life. Simple as that. And you don't have to do 5. You don't have to do 3. You can do one thing. But it starts with saying, I want to be better at this, and I am willing to put in whatever I have to put in to be better at this. And stick to that one thing until you're better. And then you move on. All right, so the third thing, because there's 4 tenets of being intentional. So here's the third thing. The first thing was mindfulness. That was number 1. You know, there are 4 tenets of intentionality. Mindfulness. The second one was to becoming better. Set the intention to be better. And the third one is be intentional about your priorities. Where do your priorities lie? Like, when you think about it, I ask people, like, what are your priorities? People love to say God, my family, and my job. And I look at them and I say, you live in the land of lies. That's not true. Oh, you might love God. You may love your family. But that's not true. Because for most people, your job is first. Y'all give more time to the job than you do to yourself, to God, to your family. Like, let's be real. First, we have to be honest. Let's go back to the mindfulness. The mindfulness is, let's be honest about our priorities. Because you cannot fix what you do not know is wrong. So you have to be honest and say, okay, my priorities is messed up. And here's the thing I say for Black women. Put yourself at the top of the list. You and God are one and the same. If you have a relationship with God, you have a relationship with self. If you have a relationship with self, you have a relationship with God. You need to be at the top of that list. Nobody else should be above you. Nobody. So if your priority list does not have you at the top, your priorities are out of order. Out of order. Your business cannot run if you don't take care of self. Your business cannot run if your relationship with God is not on point. It just can't. And that's honest to God truth. You know, that's just what it is. And I believe when we take care of self, we take care of our relationship with God. You know, it's one and the same. So you need to organize your priorities. Sit down and look at your priority list and move things around. Move things around. Ask yourself, what is necessary to get the priority list I want? Because we all have that priority list we want in our head. But we're really going by another priority list. What is necessary for me to get the list that I want? And then start making intentional action to make those things happen. Like I said, I made a list of what I needed in my business. And so those became priorities. I wanted to get better at this. This is now a priority for me to learn this. So I was intentional about setting aside time to do just that. If you have a priority list and it's not an intentional list, it's just a list, sis. And it's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to bring forth any results. That's why I am so big on the power of intention, because without intention behind all these things that we're writing or all these things that we say we want, nothing's going to come from it. You have to be intentional. Period. Nothing works without intention. Nothing. Okay. All right. And then the final our final tenet of, intentionality, the power of intention. The final one is take action. Take action. Take action. You have to do. You can write all day. You can talk all day. You can tell people what you want. You can say all these great things. You can call people and be like, get in these groups. You get in these networking groups and you're like, yeah, girl, I'm working on it. Are you? But are you? Sis, take action. Take action. You have got to put the action. And this is what I say about action. CEOs, billionaires, they have something in common. And we call them go-getters. they go get it. They don't talk about it, they go get it. So if you want to be a go-getter, go get it, right? And so what I'm saying to you guys is this. You have to make a list. I've told you guys to make tons of lists, right? I'm giving you action steps. This is what I give my clients. I always tell my clients, like, here, at the end of the session, here's your action steps. We can sit up there and talk all day, but I need you to get to work. Like, I need you to put what you learned into action. So here's the thing. Just like you sat down from the very beginning, we said we were going to get intentional and be aware. You sat down, you wrote down the things that are wrong. Then you're going to write down what is necessary to make this different. And guess what? The answers to those questions become your action steps. If I need to, have more free time, you need to make that happen. You need to make these things that I need to learn more. You need to learn. What's necessary for me to learn? Carving out some time in my day. Well, carve out some time, sis. You need to go get it. Everything you want is on the other side of what you're saying. You gotta go get it. Like, it's waiting out there. It's out there. But your intention is what's going to get you to it. And I always tell people, like, your intention is ultimately a reflection of what you really believe. If you're not taking action, it's because you don't believe it's going to work. So if you say, my business, I want to open this business, and you still haven't opened the business, it's because you don't even believe in the business. Probably shouldn't open it because you don't believe in it. Now, I can believe in your business, but what good is that? So it is a reflection of what you really believe. Your action reflects what you believe. If you thought for 1 second, I'm going to tell y'all how I can prove it. I'm going to prove it for you right now. If you've ever worked a 9 to 5, or if you are working one now, and you know that if you don't go to work on time and you've been late 2 or 3 times, right? What happens? Anybody know? What happens when you are late to work multiple times? You get fired, right? So let me show y'all how action reflects what you believe. I don't care how late you stayed up the night before. When that alarm goes off, you get up. Why? Because you believe if I don't get to work on time, I'll lose my job. You see? That's why actions reflect what you believe. If you didn't think that your job was going to fire you, you would sleep in. But the fact that you know, and you feel it in your guts, that if I don't show up on time, they're going to fire me, you get your ass out of that bed. And that's real talk. Don't you? Oh, yeah, you do it. So you need to have that same kind of belief in your business. How many of you get up early for your business? Who's getting up at 5:30 in the morning for their own business? If I thought that my business is going to be super successful, then when 5:30 a.m. hits, I'm up out the bed. I'm out the bed ready to work on my business because I believe that my business will be successful. If when it comes to your business takes a backseat to everything else, it's because you don't believe that what you're doing is going to be successful. That's just it. So take action. If this is what you say you want, take action. Take action on everything. Create the life that you want. You can create that. And I want the life that I want. So I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I do all my personal development stuff. You know why I do that? Because I know that if self is right, then my business is going to be amazing. Because I learn everything I need to know about my business when I am dealing with the personal. I know how I'm going to work in this business. I know how I'm going to work with other people in this business. I know my mission for the business. I know the purpose for what I do. Everything is tied up in me honoring self at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So from 5:30 to 9:30, I give myself 4 hours of time for me, right? You shouldn't sit on a job for 8 hours and not give yourself 4 hours of time. Like, come on, what's going on? You give them more time than you give yourself. So I give myself 4 hours in the morning, and then by 9:30, I'm ready to work on I Hear That Girl. I'm ready to give everything about myself to my business fully. Why? Because I believe that my business is going to be extremely successful. So my action is behind it. Sometimes you need to take action when it's just sending an email. Sometimes you have a question and you're like, I feel like I need to send Yolanda an email and ask her about these grants. But you put it off. Why are you putting it off? Is it because you don't believe that you can get the grant? Email her. Sometimes it's that simple. Like the way the universe is set up, you can send an email and somebody will hit you back and be like, yeah, I got the answer to your question, but I also saw on your business page that you do this, and that, and I want to buy a couple things, sis. So just take action. Take action and stop hiding or running from the thing that you're afraid won't happen. Sometimes we're afraid of success. We don't think it's going to happen, and we think the disappointment of not getting success is going to hurt too much, and so we keep ourselves from even pursuing it. It's sad. Because anything you want, you can have. Anything you want, you can have. But it's all about the intention that you put behind what you say you want. Simple as that. So tonight is just going to be a gut check for you and your business. You need to ask yourself, what do I really want out of my business? What is it what's the path that I have for my business? You really need to start asking yourself some questions. And put the intention. Let your intention line up with what you say. And that's it, guys. The power of intention will change your whole entire life. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Does anyone have questions? Because if you have some questions, I'd be happy to answer your questions. No questions? But ultimately, I just wanted, I want you guys to understand, like, being intentional really helps you become an active participant in your life. I do not want you to be one of those people that sits and watches their life go by like a movie. You're supposed to be active in your life. You're supposed to make the things in your life happen, make the things come forth. You're just like a farmer in a garden. You plant seeds, you're supposed to cultivate that. You're supposed to cultivate that land, build it up, add to it, be active in it. Okay, desirable Desi. Okay, what's your question? Should I bring her on, Yolanda? I don't know. Are we going to do it like, oh, she got it. Can you give me some start-off books for mindset, self-care, and business, etc.? Yes, girl. I just did a reel on that, and it got like 2,000 views like in 48 hours. Okay, so yes, I have some books. The number one book for mindset I would tell anybody to buy is Letting Go, The Process of Surrender by David R. Hawkins. Okay? Letting Go, The Process of Surrender by David R. Hawkins. My IG is at Isis_Thomas. Yolanda, can you type that in for me? So yeah, that would be the book to start with. Letting Go, The Process of Surrender, David R. Hawkins. And then the next book I'd say read is going to be Life Visioning by Michael Bernard Beckwith. Oh girl, I got so many books. It's a lot of books. And even if you've read Cicely Tyson's book, it's amazing. It's an amazing book as well. Business, We Should All Be Millionaires. Yes, that's it. Letting Go, The Process of Surrender by David R. Hawkins. It's an amazing book. Let me tell you something. That book will make you release anything that's been holding you back. When you get done with that book, now you're going to have to keep doing it, keep reading it. I use it as a reference guide. But baby, when you read that book, you're going to, whatever was holding you back from your business or whatever, if you had any obstacle in your way, you're going to be ready to push it out the way immediately. I love that book. I love that book. Letting Go, The Process of Surrender. So that's an amazing book to have. And then Life Visioning by Michael Bernard Beckwith. And then, oh my God, guys, I have so many that now I'm getting a blank. It's Isis underscore Thomas, not Isis R. Thomas. underscore. So yeah, like those are any other questions, because I want you guys to be active in your life. You can create the life you want. I'm about to go on a girls trip, get away this weekend. And then we should all be millionaires. Rachel, what is Rachel's last name? Hold on, girl. I'm going to get it for you. Esquire. We should all be millionaires. Rachel Rogers. We should all be millionaires. This is like the Rich Dad, Poor Dad for Black women. Get that book. Get that book. Like, seriously. There are so many other books that I have. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see I always post books. I post 3 books every month that I, ask my audience to read along with me. And so I post the books that I'm reading on my Instagram page. So you can always follow any of those books and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much done, Yolanda. It's Isis underscore Thomas. And let's see. I don't know why I can't type. It won't let me type on here. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I can't type for some whatever reason. So, but yeah. So that's pretty much, I can't even see questions anymore. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Oh, I can't reply. Okay, I'm going to reply now. At Isis underscore Thomas. There you go. All right. So, yeah, but I want you guys to become active participants in your life. And my name, again, is Kimberly Isis Thomas. And you can follow me on Instagram at Isis underscore Thomas. Also follow my business Instagram page, which is I Hear That Girl. Thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate you. I love you, girl. And I'm always going to have your back because you're always giving us the vision of the possibilities for us. And ladies, you really can have everything you want. All right, guys. Have a good evening. I enjoyed this. Go get that money.